If you have ever spent time organizing and labeling your children's toy bins and they still have no idea where anything goes when you ask them to clean up, then this video is for you. I have finally found a labeling trick and storage hack that actually helps to keep my kids' rooms clean, and I'm going to share it with you today. I'm Megan, and I give moms creative tools to cultivate a joyful home and spend more meaningful time with their people. So the backstory on this is probably the same as your backstory. Our playroom was always an absolute disaster with tiny pieces of toys everywhere until in 2022, I remodeled their playroom and added built-ins with drawers. And the reason that this works so well is because drawers cannot be dumped. They cannot do this karate move and dump all the toys all over the floor. Drawers are attached. So that really did change my life on the daily until we had to move because we're a military family. And in our rental home here, I realized I was going to have to reattack and re-strategize this entire thing all over again. Our playroom is now kind of in the basement. Most of the kids' toys are in their rooms. So I had to think through what I was going to do in this house without having to go buy a bunch of furniture, because it is no fun to buy furniture every couple years just to make a house work for you. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I did, how I did the labels, because I recently redid Emmy's labels up here because she's aged out of some toys and aged into some new ones. So follow along. Step one is just going to be work with what you have. You're going to go gather up all your toys, do the karate move, dump them out on the floor, and then start organizing them and categorizing them by what type of toy it is and or what's played together. So if your child was looking for a certain group of toys, where would they find them? Then you're going to go ahead and make a list. Go to the description of this video and get the free template that I made. And then this is the real kicker. You are going to search for product photos of those toys. We're not looking at Etsy little graphic description labels. We're looking for actual photos of the toys. And this is what makes the difference during the cleanup process. And the reason that I thought of this is because I kind of one day just had it up to here with my 5-year-old constantly battling me about cleaning up and acting like she had no idea how to do it, had amnesia about where everything went. And I distinctly remembered her when she was 3 back in preschool, always helping to clean up the toys there. And what they had was picture labels on bins, just plain old pictures of the toys. And the kids could clean up a lot faster. They always participated in it. It was, for some reason, not a battle for them. So I thought, I'm going to give it a shot. And I promise you, it does make the cleanup process easier, at least for my kids. Maybe my kids are a couple of weirdos. I don't know. Hopefully your kids have similar interests in mine as mine, and you can just use the labels that I made. If not, search or screenshot, take your own on a piece of white copy paper, whatever you got to do, drop them into Canva, remove the background, and then add them into the label. And you can go ahead and write as well. It makes it look, I think, a little cleaner, a little more aesthetic if it also has the written label, even if your kid can't read, whatever. Because again, they're going to be taking the Playmobil figure and matching it to the Playmobil figure picture, and then they're going to clean up faster. So after making them in Canva, if your printer works and has ink, mine didn't, you can go ahead and print them on paper. You can print them on 4x6 photo paper. I was having printer issues, so my Walmart is half a mile from my house. So I went ahead and just used Walmart's 1-hour photo service, printed out the labels. Then you're going to cut them into 2-inch strips, so 2 inches by 4 inches. There's 3 labels per 4x6 photo. And then I used essentially contact paper to stick them onto my drawers. You do not have to do that. Clear packing tape would work just as well. And if you do use the contact paper, I think it's actually easier to put the contact paper sticky side up, put the label on it with the picture facing down, and then stick it onto your drawer. In this little snippet, I was trying to have you see me do it all at once, and it was a little difficult. So I recommend just sticking the sticky side up, putting the picture down, then sticking it on the drawer. Now in my basement, I have the IKEA Trofast bins, which are a pretty popular toy sorting situation. Unfortunately, as you can see, they are not drawers. They're extremely dumpable. But just in case you also have these and want to work with what you have, you're going to need this Scotch mounting tape, because for some reason, contact paper and like literally any other kind of tape does not stick to them. So that is linked in the description of the video if you need it. This is what some of our bins look like when organized, and I can confidently say that in my daughter's room where the labels are attached to the drawers, her room has stayed consistently cleaner than when she had bins of organized toys. So, but just before this, if you look at the blog post for this dollhouse, you'll see that I had these little white Target bins with the picture labels on them. And that did make cleanup faster, but her room was not staying clean because her toddler brother would come in here and dump her stuff out to look for things or just to push her buttons, whatever. But it wasn't really working. So then I moved this Kallax unit that I already had in the basement. My desk had been attached to it up here, out of the drawers, and it has made a major difference having the drawers with the pictures. So The picture labels are going to make cleanup faster. The drawers are what's going to help keep it clean. So if you are looking for a way to reorganize your playroom, reassess the toys that you have, you're organizing, you're purging, whatever, drawers, people, micro drawers, all of the drawers, any kind of drawers that you can find is going to significantly improve your life. Kids do thrive on clarity and routine, as you know. So the picture label does make it easier for them. It makes it less of a thought process. You know, they're just matching. It's almost like doing a puzzle, when they have to put things away. Are you still going to have to tell them to clean up? Absolutely, yes, they are children. Is it hopefully going to include less amnesia? Also probably yes. So hopefully this video helped you today or inspired you, gave you some ideas on how to make cleanup and organization at your house just slightly easier for you. Again, if you need those labels, drop down to the description of this video and you will find a free Canva link to them right there.